How many of you want to learn something today? Show of hands. Show of hands quickly. I want the energy also to shift in the room a little bit. And how many of you want a little bit of fun as well in the next 2.5 hours together? Show of hands. And how many of you want both? Both the hands up if you want both. Both the hands up. I want all the hands to be up. Brilliant. I love that. Now, take that hand, put it next to the person and give a pat on the back and say, good job that you're here. Good job that you're here. I want to hear the noise. Tell them, good job that you're here. Now, I also want you to take the hand up like this. Take the hand up like this and give a pat on the back and say, good job that I'm here. Right? Give yourself a round of applause for being here firstly. Come on, let's get the energy up a little bit. Right? I know some of your hands are busy eating the samosa, but you can clap a little bit more, right? Give a round of applause for choosing to be here. How many of you could have been doing something else somewhere else today? You could have been somewhere else doing something else, right? But you chose to make it to this partner meet. And I think that deserves huge round of applause from everyone for everyone. So let's give a round of applause for ourselves again. You know what? I have had the privilege of traveling across the world. I keep talking about myself. I'll talk about myself a little bit later. But I think there are a handful of people who actually invest in something called learning. And long back, when I met my mentor, Mr. Les Brown, he said a statement which shifted my mind completely. And I'm going to share that statement with you. And before I do that, I want to ask you, how many of you want to earn a lot? Now, anybody who's not putting the hand up, I'm going to come and take your bank account, right? I'm going to check your bank. Right? How many of you want to earn a lot? Now, my mentor said this. If you want to earn more, learn more. Everyone repeat this with me. If you want to earn more, learn more. Everyone together. I want to hear it again. Tell this to the person sitting next to you. If you want to earn more, learn more. Come on, don't look at me, Baba. I know this, but you have to remind the person sitting next to you. Tell him, if you want to earn more, learn more. Come on, I can't hear you. One more time, a little bit more energy. If you want to earn more, learn more. Everyone together. Right, I love this energy. Give him a round of applause. What's your name?
Jai Naidu.
Jai Naidu. Give a round of applause to Jai Naidu. Right? I want the energy to be up. Right? How many of you here love selling? Right? Now, even before I jump into selling, let me tell you one simple truth about selling. Even before you showcase your project, what sells is your energy. What's the word? One more time. Now, if your energy is, I will see when the vastu is okay, my energy will be higher. When the muhurtam is fine, when my energy will be higher. No. Your energy has to be super high all the time. Right? Now, with energy, if you want to earn more, learn more. With a little more energy. Tell this to the person sitting next to you. Right? Okay. So now we want to learn something, but before again I fundamentally go back to my slides and share what we want to learn, my question to you is, how do we really learn? मेरा तो नहीं है सर. मैं अपना लगाता तो सब लोग फिर मेरे fans बन जाते इसलिए. Right? All right. So if you want to learn more, now we said we want to learn more. My question to you is, how do we really learn? Now, some of you said, Telugu a little bit and all that, so I'm going to use Telugu a little bit here and there. My Telugu is not great, but I will start using it. Is that okay? Right? Learn more. Ante ela actually నేర్చుకుంటాం మనము. ఎలా నేర్చుకుంటాం మనం actually? How do we really learn? Fundamentally, how do we really learn? There's no right or wrong answer. Please share. Third? I teach you learn. That's not going to happen. Observing, reading, I love that. Listening to other people. Giving timing. Okay, give time to learning. Very good. Sir. By imitating others, from colleagues, brilliant. All these answers are absolutely right. Again, give yourself a round of applause. But let me go back and share one fundamental thing through which we actually learn. And if you can crack this today, you will be able to learn a lot of things in your life, right? Now, the fundamental way of learning is to understand how kids learn. How many of you have seen kids of age group 1 to 5 years? Show of hands. How many of you have seen kids of age group 1 to 5 years? How many of you were of that age sometime in your life? No, just checking. Nobody dropped from the sky, right? So what was special about you in that age, 1 to 5 years? We were great at observing. We were curious. What else was special? We asked a lot of questions. What's your name? Please stand up. What's your name? Everyone point at Siddharth like this. Everyone point at him like this. Everyone point at him. Come on, play the game. Everyone point at him like this. Sab log, everyone, andaru. Right? Point at him like this. Siddharth, you are a rock star. Everyone say that. One more time, a little more. Give him a round of applause. Because Siddharth said something amazing. He said, kids ask a lot of questions. Right? I mean, I have a little one at home and I want to go home and sleep. I want to just have a very tiring day. I want to just put the blanket on and sleep. He will come and say, Papa, tell me the answer. He'll ask me a lot of questions. By the way, with questions, how is their energy, high or low? How is the energy of the kids, high or low? Super high, right? High on curiosity, high on energy. By the way, do they have fear? Little no fear. They can jump from anywhere to anywhere, right? I am scared when he's jumping from one place to another one, but he is not. Great age to be in. Lot of doubt, lot of curiosity, right? High on energy, right? And that's the age where we ask a lot of questions and we learn the maximum at that time. By means of asking questions ద్వారా మనం actually నేర్చుకుంటాం. Questions అడిగి మరి నేర్చుకుంటాం. Right? But something happens. How about after 5 years, 5 years to 12 years, ఏమవుతుంది మనతో? Right? What happens to us in the age of 5 to 12 years? 5 to 12 years. What happened to all of us in the age of 5 to 12 years? Third? Peer pressure. Fear start అవుతుంది. Okay, ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది fear? పుట్టినప్పుడైతే లేదు. There was no fear. We were not born with fear. Science says we had only 2 fears. But we developed the fears. How did we develop fears? We went to the school. What did the school tell you? Do this, don't do this, this is right, that is wrong, blah, 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 and so much more. Right? As a kid, you were amazing. You could do anything. But when we went into the schooling system, let's not blame the school only, but our parents, our society, our loved ones, all of them started telling you limitations. And that's when a lot of things changed for us. In fact, there was a time as a teenager, I had a t-shirt which said, I was born intelligent, but education ruined me. Right? We all were amazing when we were born, but we developed the fears. And the biggest enemy of a salesperson is the fear. We'll talk about that a little more in a while. But let's go back. What happens to our ability to ask questions? Did we ask a lot of questions between 5 to 12 years? మనం క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగామా? కొందరు అడిగాము, right? Some of us asked, right? Some of us are still curious. We asked questions, right? But I remember my school teacher, నేను క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుండే? అరే ఆ క్వశ్చన్ అడగకు. You're trying to be too smart, right? Don't ask that question. How many of you had a family member who said, chota muh badi baat? Right? The younger one in the house should not be asking a lot of questions. And like that, we developed a lot of inhibitions. I'm saying all of this for a reason, right? Now, I'm saying 5 to 12 years madhyalo manam chala mind conditioning avutundi. There's a lot of conditioning that we all went through, right? And I'm going to prove it right now. Are you ready for it? Can I hear you? Can I hear a better yes? Right? So I'm going to ask you a question which probably you learned during 5 to 12 years. And let's see how strongly wired are you with the responses. Right? So 5 to 12 years, we are conditioned and we don't think beyond that. Right? So right now, I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to give me an answer like this. How will you give me the answer? Show it to me, everyone. Put your hand like this. Right? You're going to give me an answer like this. That means instant answer. Right? I'm going to ask you a question and instant answer. Are you ready? Are you ready? No, you're not. There's no energy. Are you ready? All right. So I'm going to ask you a question and instant answer. Okay? Here is the question. Rose is dash in color. Did you hear what everyone said? Red. How many times in the school you learned rose is red in color? Don't we have white? Don't we have yellow? Don't we have beautiful other colors? Pink, Valentine's Day roj gurtukosthundi kada. Right? We remember that on that day only, right? That's the thing. The world is beautiful, but we are conditioned to think and believe and say rose is red in color. Because probably you wrote imposition 100 times. Right? Now, that's not where the problem is, but something happens after this. As a kid, I asked a lot of questions. As an adult, 1 to 12 years, I stopped my questions and I got conditioned. But 12 years tarvata em avutundi? What happens after 12 years? Logical thinking, really? Really? Now here is what happens. I'm going to speed this up because we have a little more, less time. After 12 years, we get into a box. And the box says, everyone repeat this with me, okay? I know everything. Everyone together, one more time. One more time. Tell this to the person sitting next to you and say, hey, I know everything, Baba. But tell this to the pakkanunnna tanu cheppandi, I know everything. Tell, I know everything. I know everything, I know everything, right? "30 seconds more." మీ దగ్గర హ్యాండ్అవుట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆ హ్యాండ్అవుట్స్లో కూడా రాయొచ్చు మీరు, రైట్? యూ ఆల్ హ్యావ్ అ హ్యాండ్అవుట్, యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్. హౌ కెన్ ఐ బీ ప్రొఫెషనల్? హౌ కెన్ ఐ బీ అ గ్రేట్ సేల్స్ ప్రొఫెషనల్? దర్ ఇస్ అన్ యాక్టివిటీ ఫర్ యూ. How can I be a great professional? 10 seconds more. Who is going to share? Let me see. Right, I told you some time back. See, you have a professional and you have a duplicate. Right? I was a duplicate salesman, 2013. Just going there, lying, saying whatever. Close the deal. Do whatever. I was like that duplicate player. I was not playing the professional game. My question to you is, ee copycat e undipotaru. Right? You will remain as a copycat forever if we don't shift our game into professional game. Right? How can I be professional? Anybody wants to share? Who wants to share rather? How can you become a professional salesman? Sir, cheppandi. You should have passion. Lovely. Very, very good. What else? You should have a mindset. కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయగలుగుతారా మైండ్ సెట్ అంటే ఏంటి? పాజిటివ్ మైండ్ సెట్. దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ స్కేరీ సార్. ఎందుకంటే అందరు పాజిటివ్ మైండ్ సెట్ మనం ఏమనుకుంటామో, రైట్? కస్టమర్ విల్ రెస్పాండ్, దట్స్ పాజిటివ్ మైండ్ సెట్. బట్ విల్ హీ రెస్పాండ్ ఆర్ నాట్? ప్రాక్టికల్ మైండ్ సెట్. Right? I don't want positive mindset. A lot of things is there on the YouTube. Everyone says positive. No. Practical mindset. నేను ఏది చేశాను, రెస్పాండ్ చేస్తాడా లేదా? Practically, do I know it or not? Right? Who else going to share? They should have knowledge. Brilliant. They should know the trends of the market. I love that. Consistency should be there. Love that, ma'am.
There should be an emotional connect with the customer, understanding their needs, like the deeper needs of the family.
Give the mic.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's important to understand the emotional needs of the customer and understanding the deeper requirements for them and as well as the family.
Right. So you should understand the customer a little more. Lovely. Let's give a round of applause to all the people who shared. Right? Then chinna simple question aduguthanu. What is the routine of Virat Kohli? Whatever you know, tell me. Practice.
There was another point that I'd like
Okay.
to call upon, and that is you must always dress professionally.
Lovely. I love that. Right? Let's give her a round of applause for that as well. Right? Okay. Question to you. What do you think is usual routine of a professional? Let's take Virat Kohli for example. What does he do?
Discipline.
I love that. Who said that? Ante discipline in game chestunnadu. Consistency, okay? Whether they have a match or no match.
Practice.
He gets up early in the morning, he goes to the field, he plays. Tukum, how much ever, unless he gets tired. He plays. Every single day, without fail, he has to practice. Our professionalism manalo unda? Just a question. Am I practicing every single day? Am I practicing the objection that will come? Am I practicing understanding of my customers every single day? Am I understanding the market? What is happening in the market? Am I doing it every single day? Not taking off on a Saturday and Sunday, but knowing what is happening in the market. What changes happened in RERA, right? Where is the property, right? What are the things? Who are the competitors that I am playing with, right? Virat Kohli, when he is going to England, he knows how is the pitch going to be, right? He studies that. He doesn't go there and get surprised. We go there in front of the customer, he says something and then we are surprised, right? Sir?
Planning is important.
Knowledge.
Planning.
Planning is important. Very good. Absolutely. You have to have plan. How many of us actually plan every single day? మనం ఇది చేయకపోతే రిమెంబర్ ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ రాంగ్. నేను ఏ గేమ్ ప్లే చేస్తున్నాను అన్నారో అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి అంతే. All you have to understand is what game am I playing? Am I playing at the bottom or am I playing at the top? Because a professional has discipline. A professional loves the sport. Somebody said passionate. A professional understands the customer even before the customer understands themselves. You know, Sachin Tendulkar once went to West Indies and he could not get a drive right. He was barely in his, he was 19, if I remember it right. He didn't get that one shot right. You know, what did he do? Guess what did he do? He practiced for 2 continuous days, slept only for 2 hours. Where did he sleep? Not at home. In the academy, on the table. Because he wanted to get that one single shot right. That is professionalism. Because he knows when I go in front of fast bowlers, when I go in front of bowlers like Shane Warne or at that time Courtney Walsh, who used to use bouncers, how should I hit? He prepared himself, and that is professionalism. My question to you is, are we doing all of that or not? ఎందుకంటే we don't want to be average, బాబా. ఎంతో మంది ఉన్నారు, చాలా కాంపిటీషన్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ. ఈ లోవర్ ట్రయాంగిల్లో చాలా కాంపిటీషన్ ఉంది, చాలా 70% మెంబర్స్ బాబా. There's a lot of competition there. I don't want to be there. I want to be in the 10%. At least in that 20% trying to be professional. So I'm going to give you next 2 minutes. Go back to your sheet. Go back to your workbook. A little workbook that is there. అక్కడ 10 qualities రాశాను నేను. దాని గురించి ఆలోచించండి ఒకసారి. ఆ క్వాలిటీస్ నేను ఎవ్రీడే యూజ్ చేస్తున్నానా లేదా? సెకండ్ పేజ్. 10 qualities of a professional. Right? 10 behaviors that you can turn you into a professional. Anyone into a professional. First one, discipline. Somebody showed it. Show up every day, even when it's hard. Do I have the discipline or not? I'm going to go faster on this one. Consistency. Not when everything is fine, but waking up every single day with the same energy, same passion, going back and actually attending my customer with the same rigor. Do I have that consistency or not? Right? Feedback seeking. ఒక కస్టమర్ విజిట్ కంప్లీట్ కాకపోతే, క్లోజ్ కాకపోతే నేను కూర్చొని యాక్చువల్లీ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ తీసుకున్నానా లేదా? వాట్ వెంట్ రైట్, వాట్ వెంట్ రాంగ్, హూ డిడ్ వాట్, వేర్ డిడ్ వి గో మిస్సింగ్, రైట్? వాట్ మిస్టేక్ షుడ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ కరెక్టెడ్ నెక్స్ట్ టైమ్? Right? If I don't do it, the same thing will continue to happen and nobody is going to be saving you. Next one, prepare. Prepare. What is the pitch? What is going to be your pitch when the customer comes? Right? I have some examples. Right? In a while I'll show it to you, but I'm showing it to you right now. You will have some customers. Customer వచ్చారు. ఇద్దరు couple with a kid, he walks in, right? What do I know about? What level of preparation should I have to attend a customer like that? Mostly they look like professionals. They have a little child and probably they are going to buy their first house. They are very happy about it. Right? What should I do when the customer walks in? What level of preparation I should have that any customer who walks in, I know what they want. Because if I don't, what will happen is I'll keep screwing up things, I'll keep doing mistakes, and mistakes are costly. Right? Mental toughness, because you will face rejections. Team spirit, situational awareness. Sir, ante nenu anni prepare avvagaltana? Can I prepare everything? Can I prepare for all objections? Can I prepare for all kind of customers? No, I cannot. But ability to situationally shift myself. When the situation comes, ability to adapt, that is going to give you more results. Right? Can I do that? Can I situationally change myself? Right? Passion for the craft, we spoke about that. Respect the opponent. Right? Sometimes the customer will do more homework than you. That's the fact. Right? They will go on ChatGPT. They will go on Google. They will find out everything about you. Right? And when you go there and when they are asking some questions, instead of fighting with them, and I've seen this happen, they're arguing with the customer. Instead of that, actually respecting that the customer has done a lot of homework, changes the game completely because you have connection with the customer a little more. Playing by values, and we'll talk about that. At Tridasa, we have values, and we have to stick to that. We want all of us to stick to that because you are a parivar now. You're a family now. Right? Sticking by values. By the way, let me ask you this interesting question because I love cricket. And most of you, I think India is a cricket crazy nation and we all love it. Australia cricket team low, we hate a lot of them. But there's one player that we really admire. Can somebody shout out the name? One player that we really like. One player in Australian cricket team we really admire in 2013-14, that series. Adam Gilchrist, and that name comes out always. Give him a round of applause for sharing that. ఎందుకంటే వరల్డ్ కప్ ఫైనల్లో he's a left-hander, right? He's standing there and he was out and he didn't wait for the umpire. On the other side, there are other players, I don't want to name them. Even if they are out, they don't walk out. Gilchrist just walked out and it costed them a match. That's playing by values. Roger Federer, he was playing Wimbledon and he lost because he called against himself. Right? Values. That's what keeps them, makes them the professionals. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Go back to your sheet and ask yourself, what are these two behaviors I already have? I'm not saying you don't have all of them. What are the two behaviors that you already have? And what are the two that you have to work on? You have to work on. What are the two things? Quick. 1 minute is what I will ask you to take to write this down. 1 minute. Two behaviors. Inculcate చేసుకోవాలి daily. Behaviors are not optional ikkada. Right? What are those behaviors? Two behaviors. Discipline కావచ్చు, preparation కావచ్చు, right? Playing by values కావచ్చు. What are the behaviors that you will apply? You can write all 10, sir, all 0, I will apply all 10. That is also fine. But if you say, no, sir, I do all of this, then you're a rock star. 1 minute, write it down, and I want you all to share.
Consistency.
30 seconds more. Which one should you apply? You can write all 10 also, no problem. Just 2 అని చెప్పాను కాబట్టి 2 రాయడం అవసరం లేదు. Right? All 10 you can write. All 10 I want to improve.
Feedback seeking is very important.
All right, share it with the person sitting next to you. మీ పక్కన ఉన్న తనకు షేర్ చేయండి. సార్ నేను ఇది 2 ఐడెంటిఫై చేశాను, ఇది నేను మార్చుకోవాలి నాలో. రైట్? These are the mistakes, these behaviors are not there. నేను sales professional కావాలనుకుంటున్నాను. Right? These are the 2 things that I want to change. 2 things that I want to change.
చూడండి కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అండ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఇస్ ఆల్వేస్ దేర్ మన దగ్గర అండ్ డిసిప్లిన్ కూడా ఉంది బట్ మెంటల్ టఫ్నెస్ సరిపోతుంది మెంటల్ టఫ్నెస్ సరిపోతుంది
All right, good job, good job. Keep sharing with the person sitting next to you. That's how you learn. Learn from the person sitting next to you.
ఎథిక్స్ మోరల్స్ బార్బార్గా ఉన్నాయి
Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
అన్ఎథికల్
And I'm now feeling lonely, so who wants to share with me? I'm feeling very lonely. Who wants to share? What did you identify? ఎవరు నాతో షేర్ చేస్తారు అందరితో ఎవరు షేర్ చేస్తారు వాట్ డిడ్ యూ ఐడెంటిఫై ఏం ఐడెంటిఫై చేశారు షేర్ దట్స్ హౌ యూ లర్న్ ప్లీజ్ గో హెడ్ వాట్ కెన్ వి గెట్ ద మైక్ క్విక్లీ ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్ హూ ఎవర్ వాంట్స్ టు స్పీక్ కెన్ యాక్చువల్లీ బీ రెడీ వాట్ ఆర్ ద 2 things
Hi everyone. So which 2 behaviors
okay,
I have?
wait he said hi to everyone say hi to him right go ahead
So 2 behaviors I think more than 2 I have: mental toughness, discipline, and consistency.
lovely
And which 2 do you want to work on is preparation, feedback seeking, situational awareness. Because a general question is there, sir. Generally, as you say, preparedness. A family with a kid comes to a home. We do have a visualization or a picture of where he works, which school the kid wants to go, why they are coming. All these questions are there, but still sometimes objections arise there. So, and situational awareness, why I put it out? Because this is a home for life, so the emotions are very high. Sometimes if the emotionally they do talk also, we cannot lose our control. So that I need to work on.
Lovely, lovely. Let's give him a round of applause. Amazing, amazing share. Situational awareness. 3 months back, I was pitching for a big client, and something that I really dislike is losing a client. I really get pissed with that. I mean, 2 days, I think I just kept talking about that in the office, right? So I went into this meeting. I know it's a tough meeting to get in. We had all the stakeholders in the meeting, and I messed up the presentation. Why? Because I did not know who all are going to present, who all are going to be present in the meeting. So we had the CEO, we had the CFO, we had the VP and whoever and all that. And I was not prepared for it. I went in, I thought 2 people will come. It was a virtual meeting. I thought 2 people will come. There were 5, 6 people flashing on the screen, and I am like, dude, you're done. Right? Number 1, lack of preparation. Number 2, situational awareness. Situationally, I had that moment to actually change my pitch. And that happens with all of us. But if I learn, going back to one of the things, right, feedback seeking, if I take that feedback, I will not repeat it in the next one. And that's so important, right? Let's give him a round of applause, guys. Good job. Let's take one more share. Yeah, one more share here. Mike, if somebody can get it. Ikkada.
2 behaviors I always have. I have already. I listed team spirit and mental toughness.
Lovely. Okay, very good. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Next.
Thank you.
Improve cheyali. What is it?
I have so many when I written, but 2 things I listed. If I follow those 2 things, I believe I can recover from others also.
Fantastic.
One is consistency and discipline. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Lovely. Let's give him a round of applause. Consistency and discipline. By the way, again, get this out of your mind. You will have tough days, yes or no?
Yes.
Can I hear you?
Yes.
How many of you like surprises? How many of you like surprises? Right? Here is the thing. You don't like surprises. You like surprises that you like. Rest of the surprises are shocks. Right? So you will prepare yourself, but you will be surprised. By the way, another surprise. You prepare everything and then Almighty has a sense of humor. He will give you shock that particular day. And you will be like, "Arey, kya ho gaya?" Right? I prepared everything. Right? Now at that moment, what he said is phenomenal, right? If I do certain things right, discipline myself right, I can come out of any challenge, any shocks, any surprises in life. Right? I'll be able to do that if I'm disciplined enough. Good job. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. Let's move it. How many of you are learning something? Yes. How many of you are enjoying the session so far? Tell this to the person sitting next to you. Be awake for the rest of the session. Right? Give them a pat on the back and say, good job so far. Good job so far. Now this time, give them a high five and say, you better be a sales professional. Tell them, you better be a sales professional. Right? Come on, say that. Give them a high five and say, better be a sales professional. No average game. Professional game. That's what we want to do. Right? All right, let's move ahead. Now, నేను ఈ సెషన్ చేసినప్పుడు చాలా సార్లు వస్తారు లైక్ సెషన్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సార్ ప్రొఫెషనల్ అయితే ఏమవుతుంది వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ అ ప్రొఫెషనల్ రైట్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ప్లేయింగ్ అ ప్రొఫెషనల్ గేమ్ వన్ సింపుల్ థింగ్ దట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ అండ్ వీ ఆల్ మస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ టుడే probably if you can put it in your DNA somehow put it but this is the truth. If you're a professional, your confidence will go up. If you're disciplined, your confidence will go up. If you're able to handle tough situations, your discipline, your professionalism will go up, your confidence will go up. And the fact is, and the truth is, no customer cares about what you sell. They care about how confident are you. They buy your confidence first. And our friend said that one of the ways to display confidence is dressing well. Right? If you are a professional, be like a professional. Because when you are a professional, your confidence goes extremely up and people buy your confidence. Then, if you want to clap. I love that. Right? I love some, it's a little bit of a motivation that I also get. Here's the thing. I again train a lot of people. They come back and say, hey, sir, competitors unnar kada ide area lo. Competitors unnar kada. Ela sell cheyali sir? Sir, competitors unnaru, but they will buy your confidence first. They are not really bothered about who the competitor is. They are bothered about how confidently you show up, how confidently you talk to them, how confidently you engage with them, how confidently you're actually understanding them. And that changes the game completely. Right? Be a professional so that you can be more confident and game changes drastically. Will you all be a professional sales guy? Yes. For sure? Yes. Is there a promise? Yes. All right, brilliant. If that is, what questions will you ask? But why do you want to ask questions? Enduku? She's like, I was stuck in traffic. Why are you asking so many questions to me? Right? There are some customers who will do that, right? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give me the detail. Give me the brochure. Sir? He's a working professional, okay? What is the requirement? Like, explain that requirement a little bit. Probably she wants to stay close to the office. Lovely, I love that. Okay, what else? What else should I know? Actual requirement, ella, the actual requirement. Know your customer. How will I know it?
First, you should see social media like her.
Of her, sir, we will end up stalking her.
Before talking to her, see social media profile of this lady.
Okay, I wish we had that, time and frame and all of that. I mean, B2B, certainly we can do a lot of it. B2C, it becomes very difficult because there are so many customers that are there. If that can be done, brilliant. If that cannot be done, how do I understand the customer? Here is the thing, guys. A lot of us understand sales at a very okay level, not at the very deep level. So I'm going to share something with you to understand how do you understand your customer, right? Here is what happens. Why do people buy? They only buy for two reasons: fear or desire, pain or pleasure. Simple. Fundamental rule. Why do people buy? I buy this mobile phone. Why do I buy this mobile phone? There is some desire or some fear, right? My mobile has died today, right? And I want to buy it because I'm scared that I will miss my professional calls, right? Why? Or it could be painful. Okay, you know what? Memory is over. I'm not able to capture the memories of my family, so I want to buy a mobile phone. It's painful. This is the only reason people buy. These are the only emotions why people buy. And when the customer comes to you, if you can spend time in understanding this, and guys, this is like my Bhagavad Gita, my Bible, my Quran, this image. I need to know what is the version 1 of my customer. What is the version 1? What pain are they facing? What fear do they have? How I can help them, serve them, and take them to this level. Version 2. How can I fulfill their desire? How can I fulfill, give them that pleasure that they are seeking? Now, think about it. There is a couple, 65 years old husband, 62 years old wife. They come to you visiting. What is their probable version 1? What is the pain or the fear that they have? That becomes your requirement, by the way. Largely elderly couple, they want a safe place. Yes or no? Can I hear you? They want a safe place. They want hospitals around. Yes or no? Can I hear a better yes? What else do the elderly couple want? They are looking at safe investment. No, tell them, sir, schools are nearby, sir. Tell the elderly couples that schools are nearby. Don't tell them hospitals are nearby. What will happen? You will lose a customer. Right? Now, a young girl, like you said, working professional comes. What is her fear or what is her pain that she is experiencing right now? You said travel time. Right? Travel time is really high. I'm taking 2 hours in the traffic. What do you tell her? That she's not married yet. Don't assume that, okay? What is her version 2? What could be her version 2? What will you sell her? Sell her, we are in the vicinity of the prime brands around, right? All the major offices are right 20 minutes away from our property, right? Everything is accessible here. I will sell that particular thing because that is the emotion that will drive her to buy, right? Now, I will ask her more questions. However, now there is another gentleman comes in, 35 years old, gets down out of the BMW, comes in, talks to you. What is his pain or fear? You might say, Arey, BMW, he will not have fear. Everyone has fear. Everyone has pain. What is their pain or fear? Appreciation. Appreciate avutunda leda? Investment kada? Can I hear you? Yes or no? Right? So I will sell that particular thing to them. Right? I need to know the version 1 and version 2 of my customer. That is knowing your KYC. If I don't know my KYC, I don't know my customer, then I'm in trouble. Because I will use the same pitch. I will expect same objections. Right? I will try to sell something which is not fit. And we end up losing the customer. I'm going to let that sink in. Think about it. Last 2 customers who came in, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? What were they saying? Because if I know my customers 2 steps ahead, and I tell you this, guys, I tell you this with experience. The best salesman that I have ever known is my mom and my wife. They know me in and out. I've had a bad day. When I go home, my favorite meal is cooked. Without me asking. Just when I start, I call up and say, hey, I had a bad day. She will make me halwa. That's my favorite food, by the way. Right? She'll make it and she'll keep it ready. And I'll say, okay, you had a bad day. I didn't ask for it, but she did it. Why? Because she knows what am I thinking, feeling at that time. She knows me very well. She knows me 2 steps ahead. Now, here is what I want to go back and tell you. Dear professional, when the customer is coming to you, know them very well. Know what are they thinking. Know what are they feeling. Know what is the fear that they have. Know what are they going to say. Know what are they going to do. If you know it, you can assess them faster. And you can close the deal faster. How many of you understood what I just mentioned? Give a show of hands. Show of hands, how many of you understood what I just mentioned? If you don't know your customer, it's like this. I'm going to give you a funny example. There's a girl who called up from a call center and she says, sir, are you looking to get married? I said, you're 10 years late. Not knowing the customer. I have no fear. Fear of wife is, that's another story, right? But she's calling a wrong person, right? Wrong person. She doesn't even know the customer. I told her 10 years later, I'm sorry, you should have called 10 years back. How many of you understood what I just mentioned? Go back to your sheets. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Go back to your sheet, open your sheet, and think about 2 customers that you've had. 2 customers that you've had. What are their top fears? Think about it. Think about any of these 4 or any of the customers that you met some time back. Right? Last week, which customer that you met? Whom did you meet? Whoever you met. Right? What was their top fears? What were their 2 aspirations or ambitions in a simple word? As the closest that I can get for aspirations. Right? Think about it. Or if you don't have the customer, think about what fears will that couple have. Think about what fear this couple will have. What fear this guy will have, this girl will have. Think about it. Do your homework. Do your homework. And write down how will you build trust with them. You can pick up one of these 4, or you can think about any of the customers that you met in the last 1 week, 10 days, or any time in the year. I love it. The amount of involvement that you have, I love it. You'll clap in a while. Just continue to write. Another 30 seconds. By the way, professionals do the homework. Right? So continue to do your homework. This is your homework. Okay, 30 seconds, finish it up. And I want some of you to share with me what is your observation, what is your learning. All right. Share it with the person sitting next to you. What is your learning? Em నేర్చుకున్నారో ఒకసారి షేర్ చేయండి. What are the fears? What are the aspirations that you identified of your last customer? If the person next to you has not been able to write, help them. Just help them. That's how we all learn. Right, another 30 seconds. Let's have the mic up. Have some people share. All right, who wants to share it with me? Who wants to share it with me? Firstly, before I go there, give yourself a round of applause. You're doing a lot of good work. I see the heads down and writing down and all that. That's an amazing trait that you have. Give yourself a round of applause. You want to share, sir? Let's give a round of applause to everyone and then we will share, okay? Come on, give a round of applause to ourselves. The energy has to be up. Everything is energy. That's what we learned some time back. Give yourself a round of applause. All right,
Sir.
short, quick share, sir.
Yeah. Top 2 fears. I'm marketing a venture which is plotting venture, villa venture near Balanagar, Hyderabad. So the customers say the distance is too much
Right,
and the rates are very high.
right,
And my top two aspirations, will this company maintain this development?
Okay?
Then one way to build the trust, get yourself satisfied first and then satisfy them.
Right. Learn a lot about the project, right?
Yes.
Give them a round of applause, guys. Good job. All right, I need one more share. Who wants to share? What did you identify about your customer? Let's go there. You have a new person sharing. Come in here. You can continue to talk until then. Run.
Hi everyone.
Everyone say hi back to him. Come on, boring hi nahi karna hai yaar. अच्छे से hi करो. 1, 2, 3. What's your name?
Chakradhar.
Chakradhar. Everyone say hi, Chakradhar.
Hi.
Go ahead, Chakradhar.
Yeah, top 2 fears. So one of the customers, their past fear is like they have a loss occurred with their previous purchase.
Fantastic. Lovely.
So the other one is market is very slow right now.
Fantastic.
So whether should I make a purchase right now or should I wait for some time
Super.
to get it corrected?
Super.
So and the top 2 aspirations is they want the better amenities for their children and they want a better community. So like-minded community.
Superb. Lovely.
And one way to build trust is asking questions and building rapport.
Superb. Lovely. Let's give him a round of applause. A little louder because he did a great work. By the way, these are the fears that any of your customers might have, right? They walk in, they have this fear, use the trust to address the situation. Brilliant. Again, are you all learning something? Are you all learning something important? Right? Are you at the right place? Did you make the right choice? Continue to do that. That's what happens with you partner with Tridasa. Right? You will learn a lot and you will grow a lot. Give yourself a round of applause for that. Right? Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead and look at some core selling skills. We said, okay, if I have to be, I want to be successful in sales. Number 1, be a professional. Number 2, understand why people buy. Know your customer, KYC. Next that you need is your ability to develop core selling skills. Now this is not once, not twice. Sachin Tendulkar, who retired, even today he practices a lot of times because he knows that's a skill. By the way, until he retired, he practiced every single day. All the celebrities to whom we pay a lot of money with our tickets that we buy, right? They all invest in learning every single day. Now, these core skills are to be learned every single day. I'm going to highlight a few of them, right? Let's look at what are these. Your ability to build rapport. Customer comes to you, a buyer comes to you, a home buyer comes to you. What is the question that you ask to build rapport? What kind of questions can I ask? Sir, how are you? How has been the travel? Right? Where are you from? No, I prepare all this before time, like a professional, to build rapport. Where are you from? How many members in your family? Just to understand them a little bit. Right? Build that rapport. Don't jump into showing, okay, this is the brochure. See, sir, all of this is great, sir. Nobody cares. First they care about is, am I building the rapport or not? Did I connect with the customer or not? Again, prepare these questions beforehand, not on the spot. Next, discover why are they buying? What's the reason? What are the fears? Ask those discovery questions. Right? Sir, are you looking for investment? Is it for your family? Right? Are you a working professional? Right? What are the top 2 things that you're looking for when you're making that buying decision? Remember, I'm still not showing my project. I'm still not going to show my project. I'm going to first get to know my customer, KYC first. Right? I ask some discovery questions and I keep asking those questions so that I get to know the need of the customer. Why are they buying? First property, second property, investment, right? Or future returns. What are they looking for? Do that need identification and ask certain questions for that. Now, and I can go on and on about it, right? I can give you so many questions, but please prepare your questions, right? Look at the customers that are coming to you, home buyers who are coming to you, and prepare a series of questions before you step in front of them. Right? Next. Then comes your pitch. By the way, until here, I have not spoken about my project at all. Here is where I will talk about my pitch. Right? So this is the USP of the project that we have. This is how we can fulfill your need. I'm looking for a safe community. Our friend said that there. Right? They're looking for a safe community. Right? Like-minded people. Most of the people who bought here are from the IT background. If the buyer is also an IT guy. Most of the people who are here are, business owners. If the buyer is also a business owner, and the existing buyers are also business owners. Right? Know your customer and do the value pitch correctly. Right? Then comes your objections. How many of you will face objections? You will. Please expect it. Don't be surprised by it. Objection when you're unprepared is a shock. By the way, here is the thing. You want to go home, hide inside the almara and say objections don't come, they will still come. You want to sleep and say, oh, aaj to sale ho gaya, next day morning new objection will come. That's the nature of the objection. I can't change it. It will come. What can I change is my own response to it, and I'm going to teach you some response today. Right? Prepare and expect how will you handle it? Please prepare for it. Last but not the least, what is your closing phrase? Right? Price is high. That is the favorite one, no? I'll talk about that in a while. Right? Everyone says price is high. Nobody goes and buys iPhone and says price is high. Right? Everyone will have the right to say price is high, and they will say it. And I have the right to say, hey, how will I encounter this problem and how will I encash on this opportunity? Because problems are, all objections are opportunities. Right? We will do a little learning there. Right? So go back to your sheet again. Go back to your sheet. Quick 30 seconds to write down few questions. You can do it together with the partner sitting next to you. Just quickly do it together. What are the questions that I will ask? What questions will I ask? What questions will I ask in each of this? What is my pitch? You can do it alone or you can do it with the person sitting next to you. Kalsi kudu cheyachu. Do it with the person sitting next to you if you want. I'm going to give you 30 seconds more because there are a lot of questions that you have to ask. All right, share it with the person sitting next to you. Share it. What have you written? What questions have you written? Okay, I want to play a game here quickly, okay? So whoever comes and gives me all of this well, I am going to give them a gift voucher. Whoever is going to come in here and tell me all these questions and what needs, how will you do this, in a flow, I'm going to give them a gift voucher. Who is going to come in? This is the thing. But there's only one person coming in. Right? Give him a round of applause firstly. Come on, a little louder. Now before I go to him, here is the thing. Imagine that I'm a real-time buyer. right? And it's like a lead that is standing right there, right? Will you sit and say, okay, I will see when the time is okay, I will come? Baba, one thing about ambitious salespeople is they grab opportunity like this. You had the opportunity, you're not encashing on it, right? Okay, let's see, what do we have? Rapport question, what will be the rapport question?
I'll ask them where do they stay.
You can share it with everyone.
Yeah, where do they stay? I'll ask the
Okay,
question. Yeah.
any more questions?
And where do they work, etc.
All right, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, discovery question.
What is the reason for buying this?
What is the reason for buying? Give me some more questions, 2 questions each section.
And next, investment or self-use.
Okay.
And next one is comparing project with other competitors nearby.
Will you do that?
Yeah, I'll do.
Will you do that?
I'll explain.
Why?
Because they need to understand why our project is good.
Did they ask you?
No.
Then why are you telling him?
Like it helps me in sale.
Who said that?
Experience.
Experience?
Because now everybody compare like why we need to invest here or buy here.
Do I really need to tell that? Think about it.
We need to tell the USPs, right, of the project as part of the
So I have not identified the need of the customer yet fully, and I immediately go into the comparison mode. What's the use of it? Should I compare? Even before they ask. Should I do that? Should I do that? Because here is what. I mean, I'll give you one very, very probably silly example, but one real-time example, right? One thing that I remember when I used to go to college and used to have Viva exams, our teacher used to say, never give an answer that will lead to another question. Never give an answer that will lead to multiple questions. So if I compare with, let's say, XYZ organization, they will start comparing with it ABC, LMNOP, right? And then you are only talking about the comparison. You're not actually value adding with your project.
Exposing ourselves.
Right. You don't have to talk about others. First talk about yourself. No? First position yourself as authority. Okay. Right? Okay, let's look at one. What else will you do? Need identification, how will you do it?
I told, right, the reason
investment or?
Like end use or what?
Okay. What is the value pitch that you will have? Value match pitch?
Appreciation. Appreciation.
Okay, if it is investment, you will talk about appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is a first time buyer, what will you tell them?
Experience, gated community.
Okay.
Amenities.
What objections you might come across? How will you handle it?
One is the pricing.
Okay, how will you handle it?
Like I explained, like I know little about this project. It's my one.
Okay, so I am the customer. I come to you and say, hey, your price is too high. How will you handle it?
Yeah, we need to see the features and everything because.
You've shown me already, but I think your pricing is still too high.
No, you can tell like you can compare Nalaganla, what is the running price, etc.
Okay.
And accordingly, I can tell like whether the price is more.
Okay, I think with the XYZ builder that is there, the pricing is too high.
No, you are telling.
Yeah, I'm telling you, XYZ builder, on the main road.
Yeah.
Right, their pricing is, they are giving it at a cheaper price.
No. Can you tell me which product is that?
Yeah, so you are quoting me X. They are giving me X minus 2.
Like you have.
Yeah, I mean that's the sales guy told me.
I'll ask the product. Which product you're talking about?
Right. ABC project. I'm telling you ABC.
No,
I can't take the name of the project now.
No, I stay in Nalaganla. I know all the projects. Okay, I can justify like.
Okay. So you will fight with the customer.
Yeah. No, I'll not fight. I'll explain.
Right. So the customer is saying that your price is too high. I checked with the other one, ABC. They are selling at a lesser price.
No, not like.
Okay.
That.
For him, because he volunteered, let's give them a round of applause. I will teach you how to handle objections in a while, but let's give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Great job. Right? Now, what I really want you all to do is when you go back every day before you enter the field, enter the area of selling, prepare yourself with this. Do 1 or 2 role plays with your team member. And then step into the field. Right? When you do that, you have already warmed up yourself for the day. Right? Otherwise, what will happen? You're not warming up. The first customer will warm you up like really, really well. And that entire day, that one customer has taken the headspace. Right? They will not be able to, you will not be able to focus beyond. So please practice that. Do that role plays. Will you do that? Are you learning something? Right? Give a high five to the person sitting next to you and say, good job so far. Give a high five. Give a high five and say, good job so far. Come on. अरे यार तुम लोग को बोलना पड़ रहा है. High five ऐसा होता है. ये clapping होता है. Right? Give a high five and say, good job so far. Right? Brilliant. I see Wi-Fi high fives. Right? Okay. Now, so far we have seen sales as a skill, as a profession, right? And you know, I've been blessed to be associated with Tridasa for some time now. And I think one of the things that stands out every time I sit with the sales team, every time I sit with the management at Tridasa, is the values that they imbibed in their entire ecosystem. And I think they deserve a round of applause for that. Let's give them a round of applause for that. And one of the things that one of the things that I really admired, you know, first time when I met, I remember, you know, our HR, I think he was here, when he invited me and he said, you know, hey, you know what, we want to do this sales training and all that. And I said, okay, there's so much that we can do. And one thing that we constantly spoke about is the values at Tridasa, right? And it gives me immense pride in saying that very few organizations that I see around actually live by values. There are a lot of organizations which have values on the wall. Empathy, right? But there's no empathy in any interaction, right? But I think 6 months so far, 8 months so far of interaction, I've seen this values lived by right from top management to everyone that I interacted. And it's a continuous effort, right? And we want this entire family that is being inducted today to actually imbibe these values, right? Imbibe these values in every interaction that you have with your customers. Any customer that walks in, that you interact with, we want you to imbibe these values. And I'll talk more about it. Okay, so even before I talk about values, why do we really need values? Why do we really need values? To gain the trust. Brilliant. Enduku values enduku actually manaku? Why do we really need it? To win a person. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story before I talk about the values a little more, right? So there was this guy who was a great chef, and he had, you know, one of the finest restaurants in the town, and the biryani that he cooked was phenomenal. The minute the restaurant would open up, 5 o'clock, people would queue in, and they would come in and they're like, I want to be the one who want to taste the biryani. And there were limited biryanis for the day, right? The ingredient that he used to add were phenomenal. Nobody knew what the ingredient was, but the biryani was yum, right? So there was, people used to envy him. People used to say like, "Arey, what? Matlab kya add karta hai? What is the ingredient that he is adding?" And people got a lot curious, but nobody ever got to know. So there's one smart chap, and he said, "Okay, let me join this restaurant as a junior chef." And he went there and he joined as a junior chef. And he said, I will follow him every single day. And I will see how is he actually making the biryani. So he would do that. He would shadow him every single day. He would go to the same shop where the ingredients were bought. So he would go there, see what is the list, and he would see the entire list, copy it, and keep it in his pocket. And then he would go in the kitchen and he would see how many spoons of salt or whatever he is adding, and he would make a note of it. For 1 week, he did that thoroughly, like a shadow. And for some more time, he said, okay, let me see for another 5-6 days. And he did it almost for a month. And he's like, now I know what is he adding. Now I know the ingredients. Now I know everything very clearly. And he got confidence to start his own restaurant. And he went ahead and opened another restaurant right next to his restaurant. And he said, my biryani is going to be the best biryani ever. And He went to the same shop, got the ingredients, took out the chit and saw how much spoon, mirchi and whatever ingredients and all that. He added everything. And next, when people queued in, they tasted day 1 and day 2 onwards, literally nobody came. And they're like, "Arey, kya ho gaya? What happened? I used the same ingredients. But how come my biryani is not tasting as yum as that biryani?" But very curious. And he suffered losses first. And he's like, "I need to figure this out." So he went to the master chef, and he said, "I copied everything. I did everything the way you did it. Same ingredients, same shop, same pan, everything same. But why is my biryani not tasting as tasty as yours?" And guess what the master chef said? He said, "You forgot the magic ingredient." What was the magic ingredient? He said, "I made it with love to serve people. You made it to prove that I am a better chef." The first one was wanting to serve the customer with all his love, all his talent. The second one was wanting to make a lot of money. The second one wanted to be the popular one, but the first one wanted to be the loved one. My question to you is, remember, you will always have the choice to become the popular one or the loved one. I think we all want to be the loved one, yes or no? And when we actually live by values, sometimes it can be challenging. Sometimes it can be challenging to say no to the customer. "Nahi sir, you are not the ideal buyer." Because you don't have the budget. We will not push them, no? Like sir also rightly mentioned, somebody comes with 1 CR, we don't have it. I mean, we have to subtly, very nicely say no. And we have to live by that value, we'll talk about. You have to tell them no. And tell them with the same love that you will say yes to the person who has all the budget. Right? Then you will be a loved brand. That's why I say Tridasa way. We have values that we want to live by. And we don't want to compromise on them ever. Because we are known for the values. And the minute we forget the values, even individuals forget about a brand, right? For a minute, we know a person who lives by the values. And we forget the people who don't live by the values, who compromise on the values. So my sincere invitation to each one of you, spend a few minutes, we'll go through it. We have values at Tridasa, and we really want you to imbibe it as your DNA. You have a notepad right in front of you, the book that we shared with you. Please go back to that and see. The first one is empathy and respect. First one, empathy and respect. Understand and listen to your customer. Right? We are not here to sell first. We are here to serve first. And for that, I need to really respect any buyer who comes in. Right? Sir, he is just window shopping. No. Window shopping or whoever, we just respect them. We show them equal amount of empathy. Right? And we want you to do that every single day. Commit. Next one is ethics and integrity. Right? Be honest in every transaction that you are having with them. Be honest, right? And I remember we were waiting for the RERA approval. And as like sir beautifully said, we could have done a lot of sales beforehand. We did not, because that's the thing that we want to live by. And you are associating with a brand like thing, I think that's something that you need to be really proud of. Right? Live by the ethics, live by integrity, to be honest and do the right thing even when no one is watching you, Baba.